Well, thank you very much for having me. I think I can take a guess at what might happen here this morning. First, I'll speak for 5 minutes and I'll tell you about my ideas. You've heard them before, they're the green policies. Things that will build a London that is not only a greener place, but also a better, more affordable place to live. Then, after me, these men will stand up in their seats and agree with me. They'll pick out a few of the things I've said, but not all of them, and say that's their policy too. They will tell you how much they care about fighting climate change. These guys are good. On the whole, they will probably sound very convincing. And what you'll have to ask yourself at the end of this is 3 things. Do they mean it? Do they really get it? And do you trust them to actually do it? Your future depends on you getting it right. The last question, do you trust them, is the most important. Because we've had fine words from politicians on green issues ever since I was born. Words, but not action, and we haven't got time to fall for it again. Science tells us that in London we need to cut our carbon emissions by 60%, not by 2050, as the government targets say, but by 2025. The current Mayor's Climate Change Action Plan, which I helped to launch last year, has the right targets and some good policies in it. It should do, because the 2 Green Party members of the London Assembly have had a casting vote over London's budget for the past 4 years. With this influence, they have been able to persuade the Mayor to do much more for the planet than during his first term. They have increased the climate change budget for greener homes from just £100,000 in 2004 to £12 million today. The cycling budget has tripled from £21 million to £62 million this year. And there's a huge list of other measures that wouldn't have happened without green influence. Darren and Jenny have shown that with Greens holding the purse strings, you get more action on climate change in London. And of course, as Green Mayor, I'd be able to go even further. I'd give free insulation to every home, not just to people on benefits. I'd cut the price of public transport, 20p off buses and off-peak tube fares. I'd triple the cycling budget again, not let the increase grind to a halt after 2009. I'd give walking the kind of support currently given to cars. And I'd use every measure in the book to get London generating its own electricity and supplying its own needs in every way, from food to jobs. We need a more resilient economy, not one that depends on financial services and ever more expensive oil. And here are some things I won't do. I won't build the Thames Gateway motorway bridge. I won't expand City Airport. In fact, I'll close it. And I'll never, ever stand aside and let a Labour government get away with a 3rd runway and a 6th terminal at Heathrow. So, let's go back to those targets. 60% by 2025. London's Climate Change Action Plan makes it really clear that although there are no technical barriers, London does not expect to achieve this target. Why? Because the Mayor has put every environmental policy he is able to stomach into that document, and it still isn't enough. Instead, just half the cuts we need are set to come from London policy measures, and the other half is expected to come from national government policies. But we've seen precious little government action on the environment in the last 11 years. From the stitch-up over nuclear power to the stitch-up at Heathrow, our current Mayor hasn't been able to change Gordon's mind on very much. But a Green Mayor, one who is taking power from the government in London and threatening to do the same in Westminster, a real Green Mayor would definitely put the pressure on. So, if you want a really green London, and you really want Gordon Brown to feel the heat on climate change, the thing to do on May the 1st is to vote for a real Green Mayor.